Everybody wants to become a coach. Everybody wants to become a consultant. It's one of the hottest things right now, which is why I'm doing this very, very important video. I'm going to be talking about the future of the coaching and consulting industry. In fact, in this video, I want to go deep and explain to you 5 concepts which I've actually thought about it. And I'm going to be bringing it out step by step as I'm speaking. Okay, so the first, I'm going to be talking to you about the myths of this coaching and training and consulting industry. I want to bust a few things on the problems that is there right now, because everybody wants to become a coach, everybody wants to become a trainer, and I've actually read a lot of quotes on this. And by the way, I'm also one of the fire starters. I'm actually helping a lot of people become coaches, but there's also another segment where people are doing things in the wrong way. Okay, I'm going to be bringing out those problems. Number 3 is I'm going to share with you what is the ideal scenario. Where should this industry really go? Number 4 is the formula, which is really going to make this an industry where there is no distortion in the marketplace, but there's more value created in the marketplace. And finally, I'm going to give you the next step. Okay, so these are the 5 things that we're going to be covering in this video, and we will take it step by step by step. So coming back over here, if you're watching this video on Facebook, I want you to take notes, grab your notepads, pens and papers. Even if you're watching this on YouTube, do that. Even before I get into the content, I want you to hit the like button below. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching a recording, and just get all of that done, because the purpose of me doing this video is to inform you, is to educate you, and is to also keep you connected with me on all the future stuff that's going to be coming up. And for you to stay connected, you need to follow me, you need to subscribe to my channel and all of that. Okay, just stay tuned, because the way that I do webinars, the way that I do videos, the way that I share information is point shooter style, no BS, no fluff. I'll bring it straight to the point. Okay, so first let's talk about the myths of the training and coaching, the coaching and consulting industry. The first myth that many of you may have is the myth of saturation. Okay, saturation is the first myth. Many people think that the coaching and consulting industry, there are so many coaches, there's an ocean of coaches, there are so many people coming in here, and it is going to get saturated. Honestly speaking, it's never going to happen. You know why? Because there are very few people who can actually stand out from the crowd. Even though there may be many people doing it, there is always a unique positioning that's there. And just look at India as a country. There are over 1 billion population over here, and everybody is there to be served. Okay, so even if there are 1 million coaches, there's still 1 billion people to be served. So having said that, there are many coaches who also need to be coached on various aspects of life. The other aspect of saturation is there are various experts in various facets of life. For example, some people may be good at business, some people may be good at careers, helping people with careers. Some people are good in the health space, in the mindfulness space. Some people may be good in the make money space, affiliate marketing space. And there are so many of these micro niches, experts in those micro niches, where somebody needs help from someone else. For example, right now, I'm taking help from funnel experts. I'm taking help from Facebook ad experts. Even though I'm running Facebook ads, there are some people who are better than me, and I'm learning from them, and I'm taking some support from them. So the attitude of a person, if you have the attitude to be a learner and being open to learning even from somebody who has in quotes does not have so much of experience as you in terms of the number of years, but who has better results, be open to learning from them. Drop the ego. Okay, in fact, there's a whole concept called reverse mentoring, where you learn from people who are younger than you. Like, I sometimes spend time with my son. I ask him, what is he doing on YouTube? What is he watching on YouTube? Why is he watching that? I want to learn from the younger generation what is really keeping them going. So if you have that attitude of being open and learning new things, everybody needs a coach in some aspect of their life, and you can have multiple coaches on various aspects of life. When it comes to business, I always say, pick one mentor and take it to the finish line in one area of your life. So if you're going to be learning about, say, how to create digital products, find one mentor who can help you with that and take it to the finish line. You don't have to have multiple mentors on the same topic, but you can have multiple mentors on various facets of life. So the first myth that I want to bust is that the coaching and consulting and training industry, there's going to be a saturation in this, and there's everybody doing it. It is an ocean. It's just going to be a big no. You need to be open, coachable, and each one of us need help on some area. It's actually going to help in the progression of society. Okay, though the word coach is overused, still experts are needed to solve problems. Okay, the second myth that I want to bust And I'll share with you the mind map also at the end. I'm just noting this down. The second myth that I can think of is when it comes to the coaching and consulting industry, is that there's no room for more. It is something to do with saturation. But I'll tell you, many people think that if there are two people doing the same thing, then you cannot do it again. I mean, let's say you're a specialist in stock market, okay, and you're positioning yourself as a stock market trading expert. And some people look at it, they say, oh, this person is already a stock market expert, so I cannot be one. No, there's always room for more, because the way that you do things is different from the way somebody else does things. The way that you may do affiliate marketing will be different from somebody else's way of affiliate marketing. The way that you do life coaching is different from the way somebody else does it. Okay, so there is always room for more, considering the fact that you have a different flavor. You have a different flavor / vibe. Your vibe will attract your tribe. If you are a particular kind of a personality, you'll start to attract the similar kind of personalities like you. And each one of us are unique personalities. Each one of us have a unique way of doing things in this world. Okay, so there's always room for more, considering the fact that you have a unique flavor, you have a unique method. Even though you may be taking, learning from different places, you may have a unique style of doing it in your own way. And see, the way that you nurture may be different from the way other people nurture. You're nurturing, I'm just noting this down. Nurturing. Yeah, nurturing. Your nurturing format can be different from others. You may be comfortable doing videos, you may be comfortable doing webinars, some of you may be comfortable working with groups, some people may be comfortable doing on WhatsApp, on Telegram. The environment that you create for your students may be different. Some of you may be more like a one-to-one kind of a person. Okay, so the myth that there is no room for more does not exist. It is like an extension of the previous one, that this industry is getting saturated. It cannot get saturated. Okay, so there's room for more based on your flavor, based on your method / your formula, and your nurturing and the way that you nurture. And see, ultimately, coaching, consulting is all about helping people get results. And we need more of you. Okay, we need more of you to be that, provided you have the right intent and you have the right attitude toward taking this forward. Having said that, in any industry, you'll only find the top 4% who will really make it. There's going to be like the 80% of people. You have the 80-20 rule, Pareto's principles. Okay, Pareto's principle. 80% of the world are grinding it. Top 20% are the ones who are actually making it. And in that top 20%, there's another top 20% of that, the top 4% who actually are the movers and shakers. You look at any industry, look at any sector, banking industry, look at IT industry, look at all the top IT companies, look at any industry in the world, you'll only find the top 4% who are actually the movers and shakers. Having said that, I wanted to be mindful that there's always room for more. Okay, there's always room for more. How many of you are with me till this point? Just type with you in the comment box. Type with you in the comment box. Yeah, just hang on. I'll just come back. Hold on. Awesome. So just had some family members in the background here. Okay, cool. So coming back, what is the second myth? We spoke that there's no room for more. That's also a myth. The third myth is that people have is they feel that they have to be the ultimate expert. Okay. I'll explain this to you. Some people think that they have to become the ultimate expert before they start coaching. Okay, I'll just give you a quick glimpse of whatever I've noted till now. First one is saturation, no room for more. Anyway, this mind map, all of you can see the entire thing once I design this towards the end. The third one is some people, the myth is they feel that they need to be the ultimate expert. But I'll tell you, when I got started in the coaching thing, I had some framework of knowledge, which I got from my mentors. And the key is I was also growing through that journey. Like in the last 16 months, I have a community of over touching 28,000 people right now who are learning inside my ecosystem. But when I started, there were only a few hundred people over there. There were not too many people. So I want you to be mindful that once you get started on this journey, let's say you want to help people become good at, let's take for example, mindfulness. Okay. Now you would have got some structured knowledge from a few of your other mentors, and you have created the first version of your coaching system. Then what you do is, as you're building your community, as your customer base is growing, then the feedback that you get from your customer base will start to dynamically give you those inputs on what you need to do next, or you need to basically be serving your own community, right? So to become the ultimate expert, you don't have to be the ultimate expert when you get started, but you will end up becoming the ultimate expert the more you take feedback and the more you keep working on yourself. I hope this makes sense. Just type brilliant in the comment box, because many people think that they have to become a Sachin Tendulkar in this space. But I'm saying that you can even become the coach of Sachin Tendulkar, who did not hit 100 centuries, but he created the Sachin Tendulkar. You are the coach and you are the consultant and you are the guiding light for the marketplace. You are the one who's doing the research and you're giving them the insights. But as you're on this journey yourself, you're going to be growing yourself, and you can provide better insights as you go along the way. That is the beauty of this entire business model, if you ask me. So to recap, the top 3 myths according to me is, this market will not get saturated. There is always room for more, because based on your flavor, based on your method and your technology that you use to help people, and based on the way that you nurture your audience, people will stick to you or they'll go away from you. That is why it's very important for you to work on yourself. And the third myth is, you do not have to be the ultimate expert in your topic. As long as you start off with some formula that is working for you, that's great, and then you keep developing on it from there on. Okay, so this is the first aspect that I wanted to cover when it comes to the myths. So now let's come to the problems of this industry. This is where I want to bring it on and share with you openly on what are the big problems in the training and consulting industry. The first problem that I see is copycats. Okay, people just rip off exactly what was, like, suppose somebody goes, they watch some video on YouTube, they copy the exact same knowledge and they start to share that. So the copycats are there in the industry. They try to do exactly like what others are doing, more from a. So that's the first biggest problem in the industry. They copy the ads, they copy the landing pages, they copy the blogs, the articles, the style, everything. Okay, without realizing that their uniqueness is what's going to make it attractive. And the copycats can't go so far, because others would be able to see through them, saying that, hey, this person is telling the exact same thing as the other person. So the credibility also goes down. Okay, and I'll explain this a little bit further. Even though I learned from my mentor, who does close to $1 million a month, I've been through his entire coaching system. I've taken all the learnings from him, but the way that I am representing my knowledge is unique. I have given it my own thought process. I've given it my own twist to the whole game. Okay. Some of those principles of what I teach are evergreen. I mean, it goes back to all the marketing geniuses in the world. They talk about the same things. But the way that I present the information, the way that I have developed my own formula is very unique. Though it has the elements, but the way that the presentation is unique. So that's what makes it attractive. Okay, so the first problem in the industry is copycats. Let's look at the second problem in the industry. Let me think about it. The second problem that I see in the training and coaching industry is people feel that they feel that the kind of results that they can get is exactly by watching somebody else. Okay, so let me put it this way. A lot of people come watch my webinars. They see how I do the webinars. They see how I sell the products, how I nurture the community, and they feel that they can get this. They set that as a benchmark. Okay, without realizing that each one's journey is going to be unique, because each one's niche is unique, each one's persona is unique, everything is unique. Okay, so the other problem is people set unrealistic benchmarks. Okay, unrealistic benchmarks. Now, I do give a framework in my coaching system. I tell, you know what, if you follow my system, you can achieve some results in the next 60 days, 90 days. And I have many students who have achieved that. Within 90 days, they've made 3 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees. Some of them are making, they've achieved over 1 crore within a year. Some of my students. Now, they've been able to achieve that is by setting benchmarks which is realistic to them. Okay. So for example, I have one of the coach, I don't want to name him, but when he was already successful in the offline world. He was already doing seminars and trainings and stuff like that, already doing in the range of 10 lakhs per month. Now, when he came and implemented my system, he was able to take to 30 lakhs per month within 3 months, 25 to 30 lakhs per month. Why? Because he already had something going. So you cannot set an unrealistic benchmark by looking at an example like that, saying that, you know what, this person has done 30 lakhs in 3 months, so I can also set that benchmark. No, because each one of us, our journeys are different. Each one of us come from a different backgrounds. Okay, today I'm able to get the results that I'm getting is because of the 6 to 7 years of struggling before this, making those mistakes, wasting that money, and really doing things which were not working for me. And I've developed that model right now, found mentors who actually helped me push through. Okay. So the second problem is setting unrealistic benchmarks is the second problem. The third problem is a lot of people want shortcuts. Okay. Shortcuts. They think it's like getting rich quick, and I don't even believe in that concept. Okay. Shortcuts don't work. Even if it works for a short time, you realize you'll lose that money or something. There's always that law of nature. What goes around comes around. You have to put in that, invest your time. And in other words, what I mean is you got to aim for mastery. You cannot expect to become like the expert overnight, but you need to think of yourself as a work in progress on a day-to-day basis, which means you need to put in the effort, learn those skill sets. So when it comes to, when I say that there are no shortcuts, when I say that people are looking for shortcuts, they want to just find out what is that latest Facebook ad tool that you're using, or what is the Facebook ad script that you're using, what is that landing page template you're using. I'll use the same landing page template. Let me just swipe all your headlines and do it. See, everyone wants to copy. It's coming back to copycats. Everyone just wants to use that particular shortcut. Okay. So there is no shortcut to success, but if you follow a system that is already working, when you infuse your uniqueness into a system that's already working, that can help you get results faster. But when I say people they want to rip off things from here and there and do things, that is also a big problem in the industry here. Okay. So the shortcut mindset itself is wrong. And I'll tell you, those people who are coaches themselves and who want only the hacks and the shortcuts, they will end up attracting those kind of students who want those hacks and shortcuts, and even their students will not get results. See, how you do anything is how you do everything. T. Harv Eker says this. And one of my other mentors, Blair Singer, he says that everything suggests something. Everything suggests something. So let's take it one step further. Your thinking about this industry will suggest something about you. And that something will correlate to how fast you're going to be growing. So if you have the attitude of being a learner yourself, if you have dropped all those egos, and if you're open to learning even from somebody younger than you, if you don't think like you're some big hot shot in this space, that itself suggests something, right? So if you have humility, if you're grounded, and if you're ready to learn, that is the kind of students that you'll also attract. Your vibe will attract your tribe. Is this making sense? Yeah. Just type "makes sense" in the comment box. Just type "makes sense" in the comment box. And you'll understand this. And I can understand this because now I have a community of over 6,000 people in my active network at the point I'm recording this video. And I'm here to tell you that when I'm meeting my students at the events and at the different meetups, we are in total resonance in value systems. Okay. And I can see the same thing, in other marketers, other experts, their value systems, it represents their student base or their community base. So coming back to the mind map over here is, if you stop going for the shortcuts and when you aim for becoming a master at every single part of the journey, then you will be able to stand out and you'll be able to really make this the most amazing business model that there is. In fact, if you ask me, I believe that the coaching and the consulting industry is one of the best industries to be in, because we are in the knowledge age right now. Okay, from the industrial era, we moved into the information era, into the social era, and now we are in the era where there's so much of social interaction and so much of knowledge which is there, where people are really wanting solutions to their problems, and they want structured knowledge, they want structured solutions that can take them to the finish line. And for that to happen, you need to be in that position of power and having the right intent to do things. Okay, let's come to the third one. Let's come to the ideal scenario, the scenario that I actually envision that I would like this entire industry to evolve in. Okay, so the first idea that I have is the internet is like an ocean. Again, I learned this from one of my mentors. Okay, and while the internet is like an ocean, you need to create or build your own island. The internet is like an ocean with so much of information. Like YouTube is like an ocean. You can go swim on YouTube for hours and hours and hours together. But what people are looking for is not to get lost in that ocean, but they're looking for islands where they can get a solution to their problem, and they're looking for results, because people buy results. So the first ideal scenario is, I would like you to build your own island. In fact, let that be the main point. Ideal scenario is, I want you to build your own island where the internet is like an ocean. Okay, this is the first ideal scenario. So when I say build your own island, what do I mean by that? You need to create your own, you need to have your own website. Like I have my own website, siddharthrajshekar.com. I have my own hub, which is on hub.siddharthrajshekar.com, which is all my courses. I have my own learning management system, which is sitting on Teachable. And then I have my own community, which is on internetlifestylehub.com, where it's a social network. It is not like Facebook. I mean, it is like Facebook, but it is not Facebook. It's like my own community where all my paid members, they engage, interact with each other, and that creates, and I also have meetups and stuff happening. So I've basically created an environment for all my students to learn, to grow, to prosper, and to get recognized. So I basically created my own small little island. See, Facebook is like an island, but it's not an island. It's like a country. It's like a continent, okay, on the internet. Facebook is a continent. Google is a continent. But when you start to create your own island with your own expertise, with your own topic, make it really attractive for people to come and people to get value in, people will want to come and spend more time on your island. So this is my first ideal scenario that I want all of you to envision. Is this opening up a new way for you to think? Yeah. Just type awesome in the comment box. Just type awesome in the comment box, because I believe that if you do this in the right way, we can actually bring back the value into the coaching and consulting industry, where people will really feel they're part of something bigger. And like, for example, I would love to be a part of various different islands. So when it comes to health, I would like to be an island where I resonate with a few people. I like to be an island on relationships, an island on spirituality. Okay, make money. So I'm a part of various different islands myself. Okay. Let's come to the second ideal scenario. The ideal scenario that I look at is, in order for you to build your own unique island and to nurture your tribes in your own unique islands, you need to bring out your uniqueness, or you can say, I'll just put that here, bring out your uniqueness. So uniqueness is more to do with experience that you give for your students. Okay. Experience that you give for your students. So everything right from your design, your branding, your personal branding, the look and feel, how people feel when they come into your world, how people feel when they come into your webinars, how you nurture your community, what kind of support system are you giving them, how simple are you making it for them to learn and grow. All of this comes out in your uniqueness. Okay. So I'm comfortable doing stuff in English, but I have many students who are bringing out their uniqueness and creating their own coaching systems and their own islands in their own languages. So I have, many students doing in Tamil, in Hindi, in Telugu, in Marathi. So that uniqueness, just because I'm doing it in English does not mean that you have to do it in English. You can do it in whatever is comfortable for you with your own style. Okay. So that is the ideal scenario, is to bring out a uniqueness. And the third ideal scenario, which is one of the most important things, is I've already covered this earlier, but I want to put this into a point over here, is to develop your own formulas. I'll say your own formula for success. Okay. And I'll tell you about this. I learned about affiliate marketing. I've been making money through affiliate marketing for a few years right now. Then I learned about coaching, consulting. I've been speaking on stages. I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff in that domain also. But what I have done is I've integrated all of that, and then I've created my own model, which is called the Freedom Business Model. It is my model. Okay. I've taken elements from some of my mentors, but the ultimate model is my own. In fact, just to give you guys a glimpse of it, okay, my model, it is a very the journey is an extremely well laid out journey. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and show you the other screen here. Okay, this is my Freedom 2.0 journey. When people come into a system, this is the model that I have developed. People need to go through a mindset foundation. They need to set their goals. Then I have like 7 courses to set the foundation, and they're a silver member. Then I have a 5 course foundation for them to be a gold member. I have like hackathons, and I have live events to really put them on the fast track. And then they come to my leadership council, which is my level 3 diamond membership. Okay, so I've actually created a model of my own, which is for my community based on my system. So coming back to the mind map over here, when you develop your own formula for success, it should be an ascension journey. And by the way, if you guys want to, learn about how to develop this kind of a model for yourself, I'm just going to give all of you a link. If you're watching this on, let's see here, I'm just going to come back to this first screen. Okay, you'll see a link here, sales.co/freedom. Okay, register there, come to my live webinar, and I will actually deconstruct this entire model on a more deeper level. Okay, I'll show you how you can actually build something like this for yourself. So coming back over here in the mind map, is the ideal scenario is you need to develop your own formula for success. Okay, when I say formula for success, based on all the learnings that you have taken from different mentors that you're learning from, start to give new names to it, start to create a new formula out of it, let it have the evergreen principles, and then based on your own experience of implementing that knowledge yourself, the kind of results that you've got from your life, you bring that into the game. Because then it'll when you're walking the talk, right, when you are presenting information, knowledge, and providing advice to people based on your experience of the world, that is so much more powerful than you just cut, copy, pasting and just talking based on what somebody else told. Yes? Okay, all of you, I want you to type in the comment box, I will walk the talk. Type that in the comment box. Type I will walk the talk in the comment box. Because if you do not do this one step, you'll be like in that 80% of the struggling folks in the coaching and consulting business, especially the digital coaching business. Okay, all of you just type I will walk the talk. Thank you. I really appreciate the fact that you are participating, and even if you're watching a recording of this, on YouTube, please type in the comment box. Okay, if you're watching this on Facebook, do it in the comment box in the Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, type in the comment box on YouTube. Okay, this is an action that I want you to take. Now let's jump into the formula. So what is the best formula to really make this a system that you can run with for the rest of your life? A system that you can build deep, like a well that goes deep, where you can keep pulling out water from whenever you feel like. This is the formula. The first step of the formula is you need to go micro niche. Okay, and when you come into my coaching system and stuff like that, I will actually tell you more about it, on how you can find your micro niche, how you can narrow it down. But what I mean by micro niche is, don't be generic. See, for example, a general practitioner of medicine, he makes X amount of money. But a neurosurgeon is a super duper specialist. They make at least 10 to 20 times the money as a general practitioner of medicine. Now the same applies even in the online space. If you want to be a coach or a consultant or a digital coach, you need to go deep. You need to have a micro niche. So for example, you can say, I'm a health specialist. Now that's too wide. But if you say, I am a post-pregnancy yoga specialist for mothers, now that is a super duper micro niche. So if you're going to be helping Mothers get back into shape post-pregnancy using the power of yoga. Now that is a micro niche. Now, when you are able to identify your micro niche, that is where the money is. Everyone has heard of, you would have heard of this, right? The riches are in the niches. And I tell my students, the narrower you go, the more money that you can make, the deeper your pockets will get. That's the first step. Now, the second part of the formula is you have to take that niche and develop a 4-stage funnel. I'll just put 4-stage funnel. So you need to have a lead magnet, which is your way to get people into your world. You need to have a tripwire, like a basic coaching system or a course that can help your audience with conceptual knowledge. Then you need to get them into a core product, which is your implementation program, where you can actually help them take action and get some kind of a result. And then you bring them into then you need to have a 4th level, which is a profit maximizer, where you have high ticket stuff. Okay. High ticket consulting, high ticket products, anything which is $1,000 and above. Okay. So the second step of the formula is, once you have narrowed down a niche, you need to develop an entire ecosystem around a 4-stage funnel. Okay. And the third part of the formula is MSI. You need to have multiple streams of income. Like in my case, I have income streams through selling products. I have income streams through affiliate marketing, selling other people's products and tools. I have income streams even through an event funnel. I have an event funnel. I also have an income stream that is coming through coaching and consulting. Okay. Before, I used to do a lot of free one-to-ones but now I don't do any free one-to-ones. I in fact have minimized my one-to-ones, and if anybody has to do a one-to-one with me, it's $1,000 for 90 minutes. Okay. And I get a few people who are really, really interested, but those people who cannot afford it, they just go through the courses. So when you are able to build 3 major income streams, own products, affiliate income streams, and coaching consulting, then it becomes into an MSI model. Okay. I'll just call this an MSI model. So the third piece of the formula, which I tell all my students, is to create multiple streams of income. Let's come to the 4th part of the formula. The 4th part of the formula is you need to gain mastery over the 5 pillars of freedom. Okay. The 5 pillars of freedom. By the way, guys, are you loving this content? Is it useful? Yeah. Just type super useful in the comment box. Type super useful. Because whatever I'm sharing here is not just some stuff I've read on YouTube or watched on YouTube and just giving it to you. No, this is something I'm living and breathing on a daily basis. So just take this and run with this. Okay. So the first, the part of the formula is traffic. The first pillar is that you need to master is traffic generation, list building, conversions, copywriting, and then you have tribe building. Okay, digital tribe building, and how you can nurture your students even after they have bought your products. So all of this would come under the 5 pillars of freedom. Okay, so my formula is in these steps. See, once you've narrowed down your micro niche, then you build your 4-stage funnel ecosystem, then you create multiple income layers, then you start to become a master of these 5 pillars. Then the only game after this, okay, the step 5 of the formula is scaling up. Okay, when looking at scaling up, it's how you can. There are different levels of traffic. There are 3 levels of traffic. There's level 1, which is fast results traffic. There's a second level of traffic, which is like strategic scale traffic, and there's domination traffic. Okay, so when you come to stage number 5 of the formula is where you need to be very clear on your numbers. That means you need to be very clear on what is your cost per lead, cost per customer acquisition, how many people are buying your products, are the people really happy in your community, what kind of problems are you solving for them, how are you guiding them, are you helping enough people get results, are you really interviewing your students who are getting results. And as that machine is actually building, right, then you can use all of that to really feed it back into your money machine to like blow it out of proportion, like take it out of the park. And that's where strategic scale traffic and domination traffic. So the scaling up phase is more to do with taking what was working and magnifying it by putting a lot of money into advertising and so on. Okay, and parallelly there's also organic influence building, building followers on YouTube, on Instagram, and all of that stuff. Okay, then choosing the right kind of channels. So this is the way that I would approach the entire process of the coaching and consulting industry. Like the title of this video is what? The title of the video is The Future of the Coaching and Consulting Industry. And what I'm sharing with you is this. If you're going to be doing things the old-fashioned way, traditional formats, it's not going to work anymore. You have to start thinking in terms of islands, digital ecosystems, 4-stage funnels, multiple streams of income, gaining mastery in the 5 pillars, and learning how to scale in terms of traffic and conversion. That's the only way. And the underlying factor in all of this is not being a copycat, being unique in your marketplace. Okay. So if you've been watching this till this point, how many of you are ready for the next step? Just type I am ready in the comment box. So the only next step is, are you really going to take action? Do you really want to start getting on this journey? Whatever I'm mentioning here. Some of you may already be in my community, all of that stuff. And I want to welcome you into my community in a format where you first come to my webinar, understand the model on a deeper way. Okay. So your next step is to go to this link. If you go to sids.co/freedom, you can register for my free webinar. And in that webinar, I actually go in depth. Okay. This is the link, by the way. I'm just going to go zoom it in here so all of you can see. Just like big size, sids.co/freedom. So in this webinar, I'm actually going to be sharing the first segment of the webinar is I have a process to help you identify your niche. Okay. And I'll walk you through that process. So the first 15 minutes of the webinar is where I'll help you identify your niche. The next part of the webinar is where I will help you take that idea of your niche and I'll demonstrate to you live and show you my systems on what are the 3 components of a digital ecosystem. And then once I cover that, then I talk to you about my coaching system, my Freedom Business Model coaching system, what all it entails. And those of you who are really serious, you can actually, you can buy into it. You can come and become my customer. And for me, my whole way that I sell my products is not to just sell products. I actually provide a support system. I get people through an environment of coaching where they can literally, they can ask any questions. They can get support, not only in my online forum, but I also have offline meetups that are happening in all the different parts of India. Okay, so if you're not any of the top cities in India, you can go and meet up with other students. You can find accountability partners and stuff. So it's a very, very transparent coaching environment, because I believe that your environment is stronger than your willpower. Even though you may have the will to succeed, you may have the will to grow in this coaching and training business, unless you're given the right environment to grow, you won't be able to move forward. And the reason I was able to grow is because I set the right environment for myself. Okay. So if you've registered in that link, just type in the comment box, "will meet you live." Just type "will meet you live," just so that I can see the names. I'm going to read all the comments later on and I'll know which ones of you are actually committed to this learning and how many of you are actually going to be meeting me live. And it's a live, and I'll be answering questions and stuff at the end of that webinar also, and it'll be happening on Zoom. So this is the overall mind map. Let me now refresh all that we learned today. So I covered the myths, I covered the problems, I covered the ideal scenario that I want to paint the picture for you for the future, and also your next step. So just to recap, the myths about the training and consulting and coaching industry is the first myth is saturation. That is, it'll never saturate. There are always new people coming in. It's just a matter of how you position yourself. Some people think there's no room for more. No, people are looking for your flavor. They're looking for your vibe. They're looking for your methods, and people also looking for the way that you nurture your community will be different from others. Okay. And some people have the myth that I have to become the ultimate expert. No, even if you're not an expert, if you have some basic knowledge, get started. And the beauty is when you are teaching, you'll end up learning more. Okay, teachers are the best learners if you actually look at it. And my methodologies, I tell people to learn, do, and teach simultaneously, because that's the best way to grow. Okay, when you're learning to teach, you start to learn even better. The problems in the industry is too many copycats around. People set unrealistic benchmarks for themselves just by comparing themselves with others, and they're looking for the shortcut methods. You need to start looking at it as a long-term business. Okay. The ideal scenario that I've envisioned for you is start to build your own island. The internet is like an ocean. Make it very attractive for people to come back. Bring out your uniqueness and give make sure that you give a great experience for your students, because that's what will make it attractive. And number 3 is develop your own formula for success. Don't just, again, it's coming back to copycat here. Don't be a copycat. Learn from different mentors. Take different ideologies. Soak yourself in. In fact, maybe if you need, even just close close your room for like a month and learn from various places, analyze all the different experts, then develop your own unique formula, come up with your own unique name, like how I have given my formula, which is the Freedom Business Model. Okay. Then the 5-step formula is narrow down on your niche, go micro, develop a 4-stage funnel, create multiple streams of income, and start to master the 5 pillars of freedom. And once things are working, once you're able to understand the metrics and everything, then blow it out of proportion and scale it up big time. And that's where you can become a unicorn in your own space, in your industry. So your next step is, let's meet live in my next webinar. Okay. So Siddharth Rachek here. I'm just signing off. Thank you so much. And if you are watching this on YouTube, once again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, just go to YouTube and search for me over there. This video will be up over there as well. And yeah, hit the bell button and make sure that you are tuned in. This is like a 40 minutes video. It's like probably worth in gold compared to what other people are posting up on YouTube, like 5-10 minute videos, because I like to go in depth. Every single video of mine that you will see on YouTube will be like very in-depth concepts that I have been thinking about and marinating for a long time before I even bring it out. So be there, stay tuned, and I'm sure you'll find value as you're connected with me. Cheers. And I want to just close by saying that the current education system is screwed up. And we need more digital teachers. We need more coaches. We need more people who can change the paradigm of teaching and learning, because we are stepping into a new era right now where the fundamental way that we learn, the fundamental way that we teach has to change for us to take the society and to take the society forward. Okay. And your past does not equal to your future. What you do right now is what's going to determine your future. So let's meet in my next webinar, and I'll open you up to a whole new world of possibilities. Bye-bye.